আপনারা দেখছেন ILFL Soccer Night।
And welcome back. Okay, we've got everything sorted, so I'm going to take you guys straight over to the screen to show you the results. Let's move to the Premier Division, because we've got quite a few things to talk about in the Premier Division. Beaumont played London Tigers, beat them 2-1. Leytonstone and Sire, bottom of the table battle there, finished 3-3. And West End put in 11 past Bromley, who only managed to get the 1 goal. That's the Premier Division, and if I quickly switch across to the First Division, which I spoke about in the first segment, 3-1 Burdett beating St Catherine's to survive the drop. SCTA losing 5-2 to Reach Out. Stepney B 3-1 winners against Bow. And lastly, Bromley Juniors put in 3 past Weavers. And as I told you guys earlier, there's a table there. SCTA 1 point ahead of Reach Out with a game left to play. And it's all there. St Catherine's Weavers are rooted to the bottom. It doesn't look like they're going to be saved by any results whatsoever. So that's a roundup. Now, I've got these young lads here with me from Beaumont Youth, and I think it's a good time. Now, we showed everyone the video of Beaumont Youth celebrating their Shield win. I think we should share the results of what happened. Now, the way we left it last week was that Robin Hood, top of the table, have been throughout the season, and Beaumont have been sitting behind them in second place throughout the season, 2 points being apart throughout. It was looking like Robin Hood are going to take this title. They were playing second from bottom, Riverside. Beaumont Youth had their game earlier, got the 3 points. All they could hope for was that Robin Hood failed to win. Now, Robin Hood playing Riverside had beaten them 9-2 in the reverse fixture. Let me take you over to the screen to show you what happened there. So you'll see Redcoat was the first game we've got up there. They beat St Catherine's 5-2. Robin Hood Tigers drew 4-4 with Riverside. As you can see there, Beaumont Youth getting the away win and 3 points. As a result of that, this is what the table's looking like. Beaumont Youth finished the season winners with 35 points. Robin Hood Tigers also with 35 points. 4 goals is all it was. That was the difference between them. So there we have it. Second division all wrapped up. We know that Robin Hood and Beaumont Youth are both promoted to the First Division, but I think it's been so close, and I'm going to come over to you guys, because I think, well, you lot are the champs. So first and foremost, congratulations, Beaumont Youth, and I know there's been Facebook and Twitter messages flying around, but I mean, I'm going to ask you, let's start from the beginning of the day. You knew you had the 3 points. You know that Robin Hood had been scoring loads of goals past. So before the whistle went for Robin Hood's games, how were you guys honestly feeling? And be honest with me, how were you feeling?
Well, we were quite, nervous, because we know all we needed was them to draw or to lose, and we'll take the title. So obviously we were a bit nervous, but we were of course back in Riverside. Hopefully they could do us a favour, and luckily for us, they did.
I think I would have been a bit worried if you weren't back in Riverside for that. But Rajib, I mean, from your point of view, now you watched that whole game, Robin Hood Riverside, and you saw how it was going back and forth. Riverside took the lead, Robin Hood came back, penalty awarded, drawing back. I mean, what were you guys going through?
Well, to be honest, ever since I started playing for Beaumont Youth, it was a hard season for all of us. And everyone played well, like everyone put their heart into it and played. Then after the last match, like it was really tough for to see, Riverside playing with Robin Hood. And then seeing Riverside winning first goal, they scored first goal. That's right. And then Robin Hood coming back after, we thought that's it, they will come back and they will win the league. So it was really scary for all of us.
Well, obviously, as you saw, it went through, and Riverside actually were 4-3 up, and Robin Hood pulled that one back with 5 minutes left, and it was a nervy 5 minutes, wasn't it?
It was.
But
really.
Ultimately, the game finished 4-4, and you guys are champs. Now, I mean, what I have to mention here, there's one man I have to mention from Beaumont Youth, and he's by the name of Shakir, and I've seen that guy with you guys. I want to know, what has he put into you guys that kept you believing that you're going to get all the way through? Because this is a very last-minute win. So what's Shakir's secret? Tell us.
Well, he motivates people to do work, to be honest. Like, he talks about his lifestyle, and then he makes people want to do stuff in the future and for benefit, like coming and playing for sports with him. And so he just motivates with this speech, and then I guess that's what I really like about him.
Yes, I mean, you've had to, obviously. I know there's been teams that have put you down as man of the match for a lot of your goalkeeping heroics. But I know you were missing in the middle. I mean, when you came back, did you still see it as though it was lost? And I mean, how did Shakir motivate you into performing at your best?
Not only does he motivate me on the pitch, but he motivates me off the pitch. He always, keeps my head up, gets me prepared for the games. He always has my back. As long as he has the faith in me, then then my performance level will be a lot better. He encouraged me, clean sheet, try your best, always stay focused, and if I do that, play my game, then hopefully I could get more management.
As you'd expect from management.
I was going to add, I think Shakir and Mo did a fantastic job in management, and I think beginning of the season we thought we'll try out. I know it's a new team put together. A lot of guys didn't even play 11 side in the league before, so it's amazing for a debut season to be champions. But what was amazing is on a Tuesday when we do the training, they get 25, 30 every week, even snow, rain, wind, whatever, they all turn up. So I think the reward is there for the hard work from the whole of the team. And the best thing about it is its name of youth, it is actually a young side, very young side. They're all 19, 20, 18. And I think the hard work given by the youth, the team, the players, produced this. And obviously with the added bonus of the management from Shakir and Mo, I think they truly deserve what they achieved. Because I think to be in a cup semi-final and win the championship is a massive, massive achievement.
Well, I mean, statistically, Rash, Beaumont Youth have played more games than anyone else for this winter season. So the fact that they got to a semi-final, they got to a quarter-final, they're champions of their division, I think is reward for that, isn't it?
I think it's paid off. I think the hard work has paid off. I think that's the key thing. And if you work hard and give the 100% effort, then the results will come. And I think that's just been proven.
Okay. Nanu, I think what I want to say, I mean, we're going to obviously see the videos of the vets in the next segment. So just to focus on the second division now. Enough said about Beaumont Youth. If we look at the other teams across there, I mean, Robin Hood Tigers finishing second, Redcoat, Western Reserve, Townlesby, Riverside, as you've mentioned already, Al Mizan and St Catherine's having 21. I mean, what have we learned from this division?
Agility, keep going, don't look back, motivation, hard work, as Rashid just mentioned.
I was going to say excluding Beaumont Youth.
Yes, and don't stop believing. I mean, I have to add to the management of Beaumont Youth. I mean, I've played against them, and the manager is very sort of encouraging. You could see the manager lifting the spirits of the individual teams. And if you're up against them, then you would feel quite intimidated. So a lot of hard work, timekeeping, coming on time, getting all the warm-ups, doing all the team talks, making the changes. Above all, if a player isn't performing, don't play him there much longer. Take him off, try a new player, give him a chance to breathe, all that stuff. Because if it doesn't work...
What I probably want to sort of credit the other teams in division as well, Nanu. Now, is everything, all those adjectives that you use there, is that the difference between the top 2 and 3 and the rest of the division, though?
No, it's not. I mean, if you look at the top 2 and 3, they would probably have a structure in place already. Yeah. So it would be not exactly proven and tested, but near enough. So some of the bigger clubs, I mean, Robin Hood, Oldtown and Beaumont Youth was probably bigger than some of the clubs that were below. So they have that management structure and everything in place, and they have all of the years of experience playing in the league. I mean, if you look at teams like Al Mizan, etc., they haven't played in the league that much. They're sort of basically a newcomer, so they don't have the history, the knowledge, proven techniques and methods. So it's a definitely learning curve, So whereas Robin Hood and Beaumont, they've been through that. I mean, the individual players may not have had that experience, but the management layer has that experience, and they should have a keen eye.
All right. Well, there we have it. I mean, the second division, it's wrapped up. We've got one game left in the second division, which we'll quickly talk about in the final segment. But it's over there. Beaumont Youth, champions of that division, and Robin Hood Gardens promoted with them to the first division. Certainly going to be good additions to the first division next season. Okay, if I take you across to the screen, because we've got the Premier Division to talk about. So the results yesterday from the Premier Division, Beaumont beating London Tigers 2-1, Leytonstone drawing 3-3 with Sire, and West End 11-1 winners against Bromley. And the table is looking like this. Every team needs to play 14 games. Stepney didn't play yesterday, but they remain top because London Tigers lost against Beaumont. London Tigers, same points, but have played a game more. Beaumont have now crawled that back to just 2 points different, brought them straight back into the the title race, and West End with, what, 2 games in hand to London Tigers, still 4 to play, could also go top of the table. Rush, what is going on in the Premier Division? Because that
result was fabulous for Bournemouth, to beat Tigers and to get all 4 teams with the possibility of winning the championship. So I think the next 2 weeks we'll see how things plan out, but it's a massive result for Bournemouth, and so hopefully let's see what happens now. We've got every team going to give 100% for the next 3 weeks. It's not like 1 or 2 teams we expected.
I mean, if we just round off the bottom, I mean, Sire and Leytonstone drawing 3-3, but I mean, Sire only got their first win last week, too little too late. If we just talk about the bottom, it looks as though, actually, if I take you over to the screen again for the Premier Division table, it's looking as though it's probably Leytonstone and Sire that are going to go down. If anything, Ireland might be dragged into it because they're going to face the top 3, which we'll talk about.
That's right, yeah. So it's still, the next 3 weeks will prove, obviously, between the bottom 2, but for me, the excitement is the top 4. It's just, I can't put a finger who's going to win, because Stepney in a good position, Tigers in a good position, West End with 2 games in hand in a good position, Bowman with the,
I'll tell you what, Rush. Let's look at the top 4. Let's concentrate on the top 4 after we've had this break. We're just going to go away for a few seconds, get the top 4 sorted for you, and we show you all the stats. See you guys in a minute.
আপনারা দেখছেন ILFL Soccer Night.